Welcome back to the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. I'm Cynthia Demas. We'd like to introduce you to a single mom who was formerly in foster care. Through a program called Educate Tomorrow, she was able to build a life for herself, get a great job, and even buy a house. But the house wasn't really in such great shape, and although she hired someone else to fix it, the problems turned out to be bigger than she could handle. But she never gave up, even after a condition left her permanently disabled. Still, she kept on going. No matter her struggles, she worked hard to make a home for her and her daughter. And when she reached out to Neighbors for Neighbors, we rallied the same people who helped her not so long ago, and they rallied even more. And now she's on the road to recovery. Volunteers from Educate Tomorrow came out and helped clear her home of everything in it, sort it out, and prepare it for her to return after the repairs were done.
I hadn't seen Jacqueline for many years, and with our program, not seeing a student for many years is a lot of times a great thing, because you know that they're doing well and they're achieving. And in her case, she was working as a pharmaceutical technician for about 7 or 8 years with Publix Pharmacy and did extremely well there. In fact, it was at Publix where she was able to get enough money to save enough money to actually purchase a foreclosed home, which is where we are today.
Thank you, thank you.
So
I appreciate it.
We're going to do a fresh start. Jade is Jacqueline's daughter, and she is an amazing young woman herself. She's extremely involved in Miami Music Project and Breakthrough Miami. Breakthrough Miami brought also a few volunteers today to help out, and it really just shows that this is a huge community effort. In fact, it took a lot for Jackie to ask for this kind of help. And it was Lynn Cameron from CBS 4, Neighbors for Neighbors, who said, you know, what's going on with this family, that inspired me to come over and see, you know, what the conditions actually were. And I came over and I looked at the property and the condition that they were living in, and it just really broke my heart. And Brett and I decided that, you know, we needed to mobilize the team to see what we could do to at least help in a little way.
We want to take a look at what it really is needed on the construction side, but also, you know, I think today was really to lift Jackie's spirits and show her that there are, in fact, a lot of people that really do care a lot about her, and that we are happy that she trusted us into her home to be able to help, because I think that's one of the inhibiting factors sometimes when situations get so dire, is you don't want to let people in to help you. And the fact that she let us in to help her today, hopefully this is just the beginning.
This house was a foreclosure. It was owned by Fannie Mae, and to keep the property up was so expensive that they sold it to me for little of nothing. And I saw it as a great investment for me and my daughter to move into. Well, what happened was when the realtor sold me the house, when we moved in, everything looked great. I didn't know that it had termites, the roof was leaking, so the floors were bad. I actually hired some people around the neighborhood to do work for me, and they didn't really know what they were doing, so I wasted money trying to fix this house up, and they didn't really have knowledge of a historic house because it's so old, and actually ended up ruining most of the house, because like the beam is messed up, everything's messed up in the house, as you can see. And it has been such a headache and saddened by this situation that I just hope that everything will get fixed. Oh man, Jade is a unique child. She's nothing like me. Jade has actually maintained honor roll, surprisingly, through the situation, with me not walking, with me being sick. Jade actually helps me clean up. I think sometimes she doesn't want to come home sometimes. And it's not, so what I did was I went to the dollar store and I tried to make the area nice where we could just stay in one area. And I put a little temporary AC, and I said, well, you know what, we don't have to use the rest of the house, we'll just use this one room. So for 4 years we've been using one room.
Her daughter Jade was surprised to see everything that had happened at the house while she was away at school. Her mom and the team were excited to share her remodeled room with her. Jacqueline's daughter Jade is also very talented and plays the French horn for the Miami Music Project. The team from Breakthrough Miami was called in, as well as they stopped by to share some exciting news in person.
City Furniture is going to do something.
City Furniture is going to, yes, so Breakthrough called them this morning, and we're going to figure out what your greatest need is.
Okay.
And you'll tell us, and we'll put in the request, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome. My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Even with the house in such disrepair, she worked very hard to make her own oasis, planting and pruning to make a beautiful place of her own for her daughter, and to escape those literally crumbling walls. Her message to remember, inscribed on a plaque in her garden: if you always give, you will always have. This is just the beginning. CBS 4's Neighbors for Neighbors and our partners are working to get the much needed repairs done to her home, and we promise to share the outcome with you, and we're sure you'll love it.